What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Woo! This is Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. I am Owen Money, and more way than one. And that guy over there is Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
The real McCoy. Also joining us today, as normal, is the Bearded Wonder.
Hey, guys.
Big Bush Man.
Yeah.
And
the bush of two colors.
The bush of two colors, yes.
Was that from Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Well, that serves a bush of a different color.
Yep. They were talking about my beard.
I don't have it on yet. Do you want me to turn it on?
No. He's getting very excited. I'm trying to focus here, but I don't know. Some of you watching live on the camera, and if you just listen, you need to catch us live. Go on YouTube, watch us live, because we're disgusting to look at, and you'll love it. At least I am. I mean, I don't know.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all the socials.
Oh yeah, we got other things now. Yeah. Apparently we're quite popular on the TikTok.
The TikTok has been good for us.
So, but for those watching, you see that usually Brittany's here. She's usually the fourth member, or we have some kind of guest, and we kind of do have a guest today. He's looking at himself.
The most important guest of all time.
You can go ahead and put him up for a second, but hey, buddy, don't touch this.
Just talk. Just put your mouth closed and talk into it.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is Jackson. Say hi. Everybody, you're talking to two or three people right now that you don't know,
and in addition to us.
Yeah, I mean, this is most people you've ever talked to. So. For everybody listening, this is my 5-year-old, soon to be 6-year-old son. Hey, don't mess with the mic. You make noises. Hey, listen, if you can't respect the rules of the studio, you're going to have to stay outside. You want to stay outside? You can talk. You say something. Okay. So
Jackson, talk into the microphone right there and say hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Now, for the most part, you're going to sit there and be quiet, right? Right.
He's showing you.
Okay, all right. You can say one.
He is that on it. He is already listening to you. He will not even reply if you ask him if he's going to be quiet.
He's trying to look into the microphone like it's a telescope.
That's right. For those of you wondering why I have a 5-year-old here, I am too. Apparently, as a dad, you promise things at sometimes, and you don't think that it's ever going to happen, because this little boy over here. You would say you have a tough time at school sometimes, Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what happens at school usually? Like
talking on the mic.
Talking on the mic. What happens to you at school usually?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Well, usually he gets in trouble and has to sit away from the other kids, right? Sometimes. It's okay. You can talk.
Stop it. You can't see anything in it. Just talk into it.
All right. Anyway, I promised him. You go turn his mic down for right now if he's going to touch it.
No.
Yep. See, that's what happens, man. You got to follow rules. The way we act dictates what happens, right?
This is a big boy show. We are serious here. We only address serious things going on. We are the most serious, always.
Just because Daddy plays with the mic doesn't mean you have to. But anyway, yeah, I need to stop. I need to follow my own fucking rules. No, I promised him. See, at the end of every day, his teacher writes a smiley face or a frowny face or a blah face.
Depending on what his behavior is.
Oh, not a blah.
Yeah. If he wasn't good, wasn't bad, she'll put like a blah.
I like the idea she's got like smile stickers and frown stickers, but there's days where she actually writes her own face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm drawing this.
Yeah. And usually what? You get frowny faces, right? Yeah. And you get 3 or 4 a week sometimes, right?
Oof.
10 weeks. 10 weeks straight he had frowny faces.
Oof.
So I promised him, I go, buddy, because he watches the show sometimes, even though we tell him not to be on the YouTube, don't go in the office because there's no child restraints in the office, but he knows that. So he goes straight to YouTube and watches us when Daddy leaves for the show. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be watching this. But anyway, he's been begging to come to the show, and I'm like, it'll never happen. But I go, you get all smiley faces one week. I'll take you to the show, buddy. No problem. And this is the first week back from Christmas vacation, and I'm thinking there's no way in hell it's ever going to happen. And sure enough, this week he got all freaking smiley faces. And yay, good for you. High five, buddy. And like a good dad, I was hoping he forgot about all that. And he made a mention yesterday about it, and I kind of brushed over it and mentioned something else and said, well, there's no show tonight, buddy, sorry. And as I was getting ready tonight, he was like, Dad, I was good. I got actually, and see, here was my out kind of, and let me know if I should have done this. This week he had Monday off, so it was a short week. It was only 4 days, but 4 days in a row. Smiley.
What was the deal? The exact wording of the deal.
I don't know. I say a lot of stuff.
No frowny faces for a whole week.
For a whole week, yeah.
And it's a whole week.
Yeah, I mean, if it's technically a week of school,
Yeah, these are good.
And I respect you for bringing him. Like I said, we make a lot of fun and make a lot of jokes. I think it's very important that if you promise something to your kid, you
follow through.
You follow through because that's teaching them, hey, promises are important, and if you promise something, you got to do it.
Yeah,
and I hear that, Jackson, which means from now on, if you promise to be good, you actually have to be good because your dad did what he said when he promised you something. So now if you promise something, you have to abide by that.
Yeah. All those times you say, I promise I'll clean up and won't ruin my Legos that you spent $80 on. And then they're everywhere.
Legos are $80?
Oh, dude.
This is ridiculous, man.
When I was like 20-something, I went through a second, infatuation.
I thought Legos were something that just show up at the house. Like, there's
Not
buckets
anymore.
of Legos, and we don't know how they got here. They're just here.
Dude, I went to Goodwill the other day, and they had a bag of Legos, just like a 1 gallon bag.
Yeah.
$20.
Oh, my God.
I like I said, I went through a second interest in Legos at around like 20-something years old. It was because, I was actually making money, and I was able to afford my own stuff at the time. And
Where's he going?
He wants to go to the pee now.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, just lock the door.
I got to run out in a second and grab my vape anyway. I forgot it out on the porch. No, so it was one of the first times ever, most people do this when you become an adult and you start making some good money, you revisit things you liked as a child that you couldn't fucking afford.
Yeah.
So I went and I did a revisiting of Legos. How much money do you think I spent on, I'd say maybe like 10
sets?
8 to 10 sets, something like that.
At least $600 probably, right?
Well, you got to remember, it's 20, so we're talking 23 years ago.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm sure it was around $300 or $400.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was 20 years ago on Legos. So, I mean, I know one of the sets I bought was like $80. It was like some guy riding a dinosaur or something.
Right.
Some of the minifigures can go for $100 by themselves, like the little characters.
Oh, really?
And there's these brick stores popping up all over the place where they just specialize in Lego sets. Old ones, even if they're not in the box, they have them built there, and you can pay $250 for like a Star Wars version or something. But anyway, I am overrun with Legos at the house. They're in every corner of the house and every
orifice,
every couch. I step on them constantly, more than anything else I step on. Legos are one of his favorite things. But anyway, yeah, he is. No, you one thing before we start the show and talk about some of the things we're gonna be talking about, other than 5-year-olds over here, we usually start the show off with a new kind of whiskey, and because I had a little partner today as I was coming to the show, he helped me pick a whiskey out.
Did you pick us something good, Jackson? Yeah. Are we gonna like it?
It's not for kids.
Okay. Well, then we'll love it.
It's not for kids.
It's not for. That's exactly what I told him. But he got. Have we had this Whiplash whiskey yet? Whipped cream caramel whiskey?
I don't think so.
Or actually, I don't.
It's
see
really
caramel.
weird because I recall Whiplash, but I don't. Is that a specific brand name?
I don't know. It's the original whipped cream whiskey. So if it's original, and it has an owl on it for some reason. So that's what caught his eye.
Okay.
He said, "Ooh, an owl," and I said,
Okay.
"All right, yeah."
I mean,
an
that's
owl.
as much as reason as I need to drink anything.
exactly.
It's got an owl on the bottle.
Yeah. So I made sure before he left he had a special drink. Why don't you go ahead and get your drink ready? 'Cause-
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, look at that. All right, like I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that vape.
Yeah, yeah.
You go grab what you need to grab, and get ready for your Fallout segment. And I'm not just talking.
Whole segment for that.
I'm not just talking about your balls falling out. Oh, let me pop this open.
I knew the show was going to be a little bit different today, but it's just so funny because like we're 14 minutes into the show and we've already had 2 people exit the studio.
What the hell? Are we? Oh yeah, that's mine. Are we the only professional ones here? As we get drunk.
But also it's because we were on the patio discussing the show and figuring out how this is all going to go down, and
It smells good. It smells.
and then we
very
just
good.
came in the house and we're having a conversation in the house, and then we're like, oh yeah, let's start the show. Do you want the bottle over there?
No. Oh yeah. No.
All right, Bushman.
It is glass.
You know, it was an interesting way we started today. Like,
Yeah, it
usually
was
it's like,
very-
okay. Hey, everybody, let's go in there. And we were like slow. We just kind of made our way in here, like from the kitchen. Then we all
Yeah.
had a drink. Then we were like in the studio all of a sudden.
All right, let's try this whipped cream whiskey. Ready?
All right, yeah.
Cheers, my good men.
Cheers. Cheers. Come on, do it right. Thank you. Oh wow.
That's good.
Is it just me or you taste a little coconut?
I do.
You taste coconut?
You know what I taste? It's almost like a copper tone suntan lotion with the smell, which
feel-
I
Right,
love,
right.
by the way. I love the smell of the copper tone
Yeah.
suntan lotion.
I feel like a dog biting a bikini bottom.
It's nice. I like it.
It's nice. I think I like the peanut butter stuff better.
Yeah. No, it's not my favorites, but it's very good. I'd give it a 8.5.
Okay.
Right, something like that.
Yeah, I would say I'm in the like 7.5 to 8 range there. Here's what I'll
super
tell you.
smooth.
Very smooth. There's a vanilla tone to it, which is obviously the cream. The coconut smell, obviously, that kicks it up a notch. There's a lot going.
It would bother me if I went to buy this and we weren't like. I think if I went and purchased this to drink at my home, and I went to drink it and it tasted like coconut, I'd be aggravated.
Yes.
The fact that we're doing like a taste test and we're always trying something new makes it very easy to accept, like maybe something you're not expecting. But this tastes like fucking Parrot Bay Whiskey Edition.
I could get that, but I think where you're getting the coconut from, because now the more I drink it, I don't taste coconut, I smell coconut, and I think that might be the caramel and the whipped cream coming together, clashing together, and that's where you're getting that from.
I don't know. It's just making me happy.
It's good though.
It is. It was very good.
Jackson, good job, buddy. High five.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Way to pick one out, man.
Okay, fuck me.
He's working. He's got to put his Legos back in his pocket, dude. The boy brought Legos with him here. I mean,
That's great.
As a man does.
well,
I
hey,
got Legos in my pocket right
I tell you what.
now. Weird.
Since this kid is not sitting still, hey, go ahead and sit back on there. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. All right, buddy? Can you turn his back now?
Yeah.
Now, be careful not to touch the mic. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Listen, just get the mic right in front of your face, and actually lower the mic down a little bit so we can get it below. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, now Jackson, when you talk into the microphone, okay?
Okay.
All right.
There
All right.
you go. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds
Now,
good.
Dad's gonna interview you, okay?
Well, I just first off, how you doing?
Fine.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Is it a little boring?
No.
You're not okay.
You
well,
happy to be here with all the men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. You're trying to be good, and I appreciate that. So just keep your hands off the mic. You're doing good. And when we're talking, try not to be humming and all that kind of stuff. It's distracting. It's freaking annoying, but I love you. Yeah.
They keep me on the show so they know what it's like to do a show with a 5-year-old.
Bro.
Hey, who's your favorite show member? Me, Dirt, Uncle Dirt, or Uncle Bushy?
You.
Okay.
Oh,
Gonna make me cry, you little jerk. I love it. I'm sorry. All right, I've got some other questions for you.
it's with love. Jerk with love.
Yeah, you ought to hear what he calls us.
way better.
Way worse than jerk.
What?
Great. Great on that. Great.
Great. Okay.
Great. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. All right. First off, I got 10 questions here. And these are questions that every, I guess, parent should ask their child. Does that make sense to you? First question. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Like,
Say it into the microphone, remember?
like, in a costume like Foxy. When I grow up, like, in a costume of Foxy, bro.
Okay. All right.
You want to be Foxy Brown when you grow up?
No. Let me translate.
Oh,
No, I wanted to be Foxy.
Foxy, one of the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
okay.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Foxy.
All right. When he grows up, he wants to be a killer animatronic.
I was going to
Okay.
say, isn't that one of the
No,
murdering
that's
ones?
the-
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it
the
is.
Okay.
costume.
Are you supposed to be watching that?
I just like the animatronics.
Hey, Legos and animatronics. I'm there with the boy so far. I'm right.
And Minecraft animatronics.
Okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The murder and the blood and gore, that's just there, but I like the animatronics.
Right. That's what I
Too.
say.
And this is Foxy. We're
All right. Yeah, he names.
Same reason why I always read Playboy for the articles.
Of course you do. All right, number
Same
two.
thing.
Jackson, if you could be a superhero, what would your magic power be? Or your special power be?
animatronics saving.
What do you say?
Being an animatronic is not a special power. He's really onto this Five Nights at Freddy.
Well, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Like,
Would you want to fly, or would you want to go invisible?
Super
Or
strength?
would you want to be so strong you could
You want
pick
to be
up
able to
bushy?
smell good all the time?
it's just supposed to be an animatronic.
Okay, he wants to be a
Okay.
robot.
So what I'm hearing is Iron Man.
Iron
you know,
Man.
He's kind of
All right.
got like an Iron Man thing
All
going
right.
on.
What? I did not say that.
Okay,
Foxy.
well, I was trying to help, okay? I'm sorry.
I said Foxy.
He knows the difference
Yeah, I apologize
between
for
killer
my-
animatronics and Iron Man. All right.
Brittany just commented he's not even seen the movie.
I know. He hasn't even seen the movie. He,
Why you showed me it?
Yeah, but that's so ingrained
just
in like
said
pop,
it.
in not only pop
Yeah.
culture but younger.
Stop. Hold on. Stop with that. Yeah, I'm listening.
It's popular with younger
Yeah.
people.
No, I guess it's a video game.
It's probably I guarantee.
Yeah, it is
I
video game
guarantee
first.
you, he's probably seen it at streaming.
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
people streaming it. And
That's
stuff.
exactly what he
Let's
into.
play or whatever.
He watches like people, team up and do these
Play
video
video
games, and that's where he gets some of these things that he says from. I don't know if you heard that little noise he makes every once in a while. You know what that is?
What?
An animatronic.
No, it's
Oh.
E.T.
E.T.
When A.T. gets
yeah,
scared?
when he gets scared,
You know,
yeah.
like,
That
Let's
sounds just
go!
like it. That sounds just like it.
Hold up now.
Hey, Jackson,
Maybe-
your mom
wait a
is
minute.
watching the show right now.
Maybe.
Wave at your mom.
yeah.
Wave and say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
No, but maybe you're missing
I'm
the
up
boat.
here,
Maybe
man.
this man here is a impressionist.
Could be.
Dude, that is spot. I guarantee you, if you went into the audio files, like he is on point with the ET.
E.T.
Yes.
yell, scream, sound.
Now I haven't watched the movie in 30 years, so
People remember things how they remember them. You
Right.
know?
And I like animatronics, bro.
All right.
Like-
You want to be
did you
animatronic?
know? Did you know that ET is an animatronic?
And so
Did I just blow your mind?
oh wait, hold on. Am I queued up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Headphones. Let me select headphones.
It's not going through the system. Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it. I'll do it later. God damn it.
What I heard was he's actually doing the ET sound while simultaneously doing the kid scream at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm doing the animatronics noise.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
he knows.
All right, maybe
Like,
not.
Yeah.
like that. when
That's
they-
also the sound that I make right when I shit my pants.
Literally, right
That's
before
so funny.
right before.
Why do I all of a sudden feel proud that I made him laugh that hard?
He knows all about shitting his pants, don't
I
you,
was gonna
buddy?
say, I made
I
that
made a
sound.
career out of making people laugh. But when I said that and he laughed that loud, I was like, oh, still got it.
Yeah,
Validation.
That's so funny.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure my shorts are older than this kid.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Number
No, let him roll, man.
He wants to know what the next
Yeah,
question is.
Come on.
number 3. Oh, this is a good one.
Let's talk about Nights of Phrase of Free.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
You don't really know anything about it, so we can't talk about something you don't know.
I know about it. You show me.
Okay. I showed you the trailer and I said it's scary. You don't want to watch this. And what did you say?
I said I was bird.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, number 3. What is something that scares you? Make sure talking to the mic. What scares you? E.T. All right, don't yell in the mic. Just
E.T. scares you?
I don't. Yeah, actually,
Hold up. So do you feel like if you can do the ET scream, that if ET ever came for you, you could scare him away?
I gonna do probably something like I'm gonna probably bash him in the head and kick him out of my room.
Okay.
do you-
And you will probably get mad at him.
So to paraphrase, I wasn't that far off with shit in your pants.
I wasn't in there. I didn't hear him.
all right. If E.T. comes into your room and scares you, I will bash him in the head. Right?
Or throw him out the door.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
All right. So E.T. scares you. All right. Number 4.
We do know E.T. is nice, right? And E.T. deserves none of this rigmarole.
I don't know. Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, but I have an ET stuffed animal which Mama got.
Mama did get you one. Yes.
Yeah, and I got an ET toy collectible for Christmas.
Okay. All right. Shh.
And
God,
it's
I love
You
your
like
energy.
collectibles?
It's already broken. Anyway,
But it looks like a toy.
number 4. We're not even halfway through. Number 4. What is your favorite joke, buddy? What's your favorite joke?
Then I'm trying to getting farted the wall.
Something about
You're tired of getting farted on. Okay, me too. That's my.
No, I said Foxy getting farted in the wall. You dingo.
Foxy getting thrown into the wall.
That's not a joke.
okay.
That's actually assault.
I was about to say. So far, I'm hearing a lot of violence.
Joke.
All right.
You know, they say kids talk about what they see.
I know. She certainly does.
Is there a reason? There's not a visual reason Britt hasn't been able to attend the show, is there?
This kid is eating her face off.
I will say that
Mommy looks like a raccoon.
he's sitting in Brittany's chair, and what's funny is it's the same mixing technique. Is that regular talk, and then I have to go, whoa, pull that fader down. It got really loud for a second.
It's the DNA, man. All right, buddy. We got a couple more questions. All right. Let's focus. Breathe. Calm. We calm? Are we calm? I'll just assume that face is yes. Now you know what a time machine is, right?
Bruh.
You have to clip that bruh, and like you need to have that on a
I
board. where
already watched that movie.
Yes. We,
5-year-old saying bruh.
It
Still,
was amazing. It was really good.
you're right. We watched that movie with the time machine. So you know what a time machine is. If you had a time machine, where would you go? Would you go to the future? Would you go to the past?
When would you go?
No, I would go to Dan's Pizzeria.
He would go to Five Nights in the Freddy's.
I feel like there's a running theme here in some way.
He gets really obsessed with one thing.
I don't know who Brittany's talking to. She just said asshole.
Probably.
Oh,
Oh,
but the fader thing.
Oh, it's someone
No.
mixing.
I'm pretty sure we know.
No, but it's,
Poor Owen just assumed it was him.
I'm like, Jesus, it wasn't me this time.
Gee willikers.
Oh, all right, take a sip. Yeah, I'm taking a sip too.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I will say that the coconut seems to be dissipating. Like I'm now that it's like 4 or 5 sips, I taste a little bit more cream. You might have been right. It might have been the smelling it more than the tasting it.
All right, buddy, I got a few more questions. Do you want to do any more, or are you good?
I would just still do more.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll get through
You gotta hydrate.
What is your perfect day? What if you had a day to make? Yeah, I'll help you with that. What would your perfect day be?
Being animatronic, walking on 2 euros.
All right, talk into the mic. See how I'm leaning towards the mic?
I wanted to go to Universal when I'm Foxhead.
All right, he wants to be he wants to be an animatronic at Universal.
Right.
All right, that would be his perfect day. I mean that doesn't sound bad. All right, number 7.
Imagine that your whole life's dream is you want to be an animatronic at one of the theme parks, and you're like, hey, genie in a bottle grants the wish, and next thing you know, you're George Washington at the Hall of Presidents, and you're
I'll
like,
tell you
God
this.
damn it.
I'll tell you this. I bet you email Mr. Musk there and say, hey, I have a willing volunteer to be turned into an android. I bet you he'd be on it quick.
All right. A few more questions, and then we'll take a break so you can get some energy out, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Go inside playing with, like, Foxy the Lego.
Okay.
Like, smashing him to walls, into wall.
Okay, so far, from, what do we got, 6 or 7 questions? The answer is animatronic, smash into walls, kill, violence.
Remember a couple weeks ago where we figured out which one was going to kill me?
Yeah.
He's Rob Reiner.
We didn't even figure it out. We just knew.
All right. Couple more questions, and we're taking a break, buddy. What do you know what a role model is?
No.
You don't know what a role model is? All right. Who do you want to be like? I'll ask it that way. Who do you want to be like?
I was going to say, you know what? I'll take this one.
Okay.
I'm guessing Foxy the animatronic.
Yep.
And your next question, I want to be smashed into a wall.
Oh, yo, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
All right. Number 8. We'll get Jackson. Focus.
I love this.
This is my life at home, nonstop, 24/7. Okay, if a friend asked you to keep a secret, but it made you feel upset, what would you do? If the secret a friend asked you to keep made you feel upset and uncomfortable, would you keep the secret or would you tell somebody?
Turn into an animatronic.
He's going to tell his animatronic.
Okay.
You tell Foxy.
All right. I'll take it. Whatever. Number 9. Do you have a hidden talent?
Ow!
No. Okay. I'm
Pretty
getting
sure
through
it's
these.
making the ET noise.
It said, no!
All right. Last question. If you could invent something, whether it's something to play with or something to make the world better,
No, it's made out of Lego.
what would it be? What would you invent? Maybe something out of a Lego. What would you invent? Talking to the mic.
A big Lego Foxy.
He would invent a big Lego Foxy. Well, there you go. These are questions that you should always ask your child before it's too late.
Apparently, it's too early. I feel like something, a few of these may have went over his head.
I don't know. I think he wants to kill everything. Foxy animatronic. I gotta actually look at what it is. Is this okay?
I think it's the one with the giant, scary grill. Like
No, look at him, bruh.
No. It's this. Well, maybe it's like the pirate fox.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that hook's from disemboweling.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember that one.
It's a disemboweling hook.
No, that's from a pirate they took off.
Oh.
a part that they took off. Yeah.
You have a pirate like Captain Hook. They took that off of him.
Okay, I have a question. Why do you want to be an animatronic?
Because they're my favorites.
Okay, why are they your favorite?
Why are you? Yeah. Do you like the violence? Do you like killing, or do you just like robots?
I just like those robots. Can
Okay,
you get a video of Foxy?
Not right now. In the break, I'll show you videos of Foxy.
We're trying to break this down, sir.
But I tell you what, right now, let's go live to Bushy, our correspondent, who has a field piece where he wants to interview a 5-year-old child about something that's raging through the elementary schools.
Welcome to Turning Into Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. This is Bushy on scene with Jackson, a 5-year-old that is obsessed with Foxy, animatronics, and superheroes, but only if they're Foxy and animatronics. Jackson, did you know that you were, in fact, being a good boy every single day this week in order to make it on the show? Was that a purposeful journey you took?
Bruh, that's sus.
That's sus, he said.
Okay.
That's sus.
I agree.
Sus.
It is sus.
That you were good all week.
Right.
Is there a chance, I'm sorry, I'm taking over. Is there a chance that you got into your teacher's pens and actually just wrote smiley faces in yourself all week?
No, I putting the pencils in the trash.
Okay, all right. I don't know.
Oh, so what you're saying, Jackson, is you took all of your teachers' artisanal supplies, such as pencils, spirographs, everything else, and you threw it into the trash. So, in fact, your teacher could not give you a negative mark?
Nope.
No? So you did receive positive marks all week from good behavior?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's so 6'7".
I just throw my notebook in the trash if I want to do that in school.
Okay.
That's what I used to do
Here's
too.
my backpack.
All right, hold on, buddy.
Jackson, what type of backpack do you have, and why is it your favorite?
It's the Avengers.
I don't, okay.
I didn't hear that. Yeah.
But buddy, you're getting too excited. Nobody can understand you. People listening can't understand you. You got to think about them.
I said Avengers.
Avengers.
Avengers. Book
What
bag.
he said was Avengers Assemble.
Oh. Very
Your backpack.
So if you had a choice to be Iron Man or Foxy, now keep in mind, Iron Man has way better tech and way cooler weapons and could probably beat up Foxy. Would you rather be Iron Man or Foxy?
Foxy, because
Okay, now-
he has a hook and he can hook up Iron Man's head.
That's very... So what you're telling me is
Jesus
no matter
Christ.
what choice I give you, you're leaning towards violence.
I'm leaning towards Foxy.
Who is violent?
I'm leaning towards Foxy. It's funny.
He's
He's,
crazy.
what trips me out is since you have brought up the word hook or you showed the picture, his finger has not came away from a hook. And when I asked him if he'd rather be Iron Man or Foxy, he hooked his own chin underneath the jowl and was like, I like the idea that Foxy can tear heads off.
This is scary. All right, one last thing.
Jackson, would you consider yourself a violent child?
No!
Okay, well that does it, folks.
No, all right. One last thing. The rage going around schools this right before Christmas was 6'7". The comment 6'7", right?
Don't say rage. I want to live through the
6,
rest of
7,
it.
11, you not.
Okay, there you go.
Did he just call you a nerd?
You nut, I think he
Oh,
said.
nut.
Apparently, there's a new evolution to 6'7".
Oh no.
If somebody says 6'7" to you, you say
6, 7, 11.
Say it in
say
the
the mic.
microphone.
6, 7, 11, duh.
Yeah, nah,
Did he just say 6 and 11 dog?
yes.
I think he did.
I said duh.
Duh. So if somebody comes up to you from now on and goes, whatever 6'7", bro, you go back to him. You go 6, 7, 11.
Duh.
Duh. I get paranoid.
I will turn into Foxy the animatronic before I reply with 6, 7, duh. 6, 7, 11, duh.
I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure that.
Yo!
Now,
Rick!
all right,
Jackson, did you invent the 6, 7, 11, duh, or is that something you heard somebody else saying?
It's from the trash.
It's from the trash. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So
somebody
he's
else.
Gone. All right, so we're going to take a break, Jackson, and I'm going to show you some videos on the phone, and I'm going to let you have my phone. And in the next segment, you're going to sit there and watch my phone and not.
Foxy.
Oh, okay.
Have we
sure.
already done a full segment?
Every time he said, well, we're like 40 minutes in, but
I say keep it going. I feel like Owen's trying to bail on this, and I don't want to.
You like this?
Yeah, I like it. I don't.
yeah, he just took his headphones off, pushed the microphone off. He's like,
right.
He's ready for a cigarette.
Here, hit my vape.
But yeah,
okay, we can do that. We can take a break. We'll restructure. We'll find a way to make this less chaotic. and
Kitty.
yeah.
I love it.
When we come back, we have a death with the ancient aliens. We have a death in music.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are dying. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Well, he's gonna want his headphones on for this.
Yeah.
I do not.
Also, Bushy wants to give us a Fallout second season review.
Okay.
So
All
take
right.
it away, Dirt
Let's
Man.
go with a little bit of a sore spot by Happy Valley.
Let me watch your phone.
And here we go.
Woo!
All right, you're listening to Pop Culture Radio. We will be right back after this short break. Stay tuned. welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. Woo! This is You Can Redo Anything If You Put Your Mind to It by Band of the Name.
Bruh.
Yep. Bruh.
This will be my go-to from now on.
So
Bruh.
anyway,
Bruh.
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 No, bruh.
All right.
More like blah.
I'm going to try to get through this segment with this 5-year-old yelling over here. Jackson, what are we talking about in the break? We're going to be quiet. If you're too much of a distraction, me and you will have to go home, and Uncle Bushy will have to help Uncle Dirt finish the show. Do you want that to happen? Yeah, nobody does. I'm just kidding. You guys, actually, I love when you guys do your thing.
It's called damage control.
Damage control.
So you control the damage. But
I was hired with a very specific set of skills.
a lot of stuff has happened this past week.
Yes.
I mean, even before this week. One thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, I know you saw the story. You know that show that I like to watch, the Blind Frog Ranch? The Curse of Blind Frog Ranch?
Yep.
Well, one of the guys on there, the son, who's always like doing the diving and looking for the gold, the Aztec gold that is supposed to be on their property. Apparently, he got arrested. He got arrested because I guess he was driving with a suspended license.
Yeah. Can you tell him to get in the chair?
Jackson,
Get
in the chair. We're gonna have to go. Do you want? I'm like I said. All right, we might have to cut the segment early and head home. Do you want to go? You will watch the phone. Be quiet, please.
Do you want a smiley face from the show?
If you get a frowny face, you'll never get to come back.
Yeah, you got to realize me and Uncle Dirt here, we give out smiley faces and frowny faces to every guest of the show. and if you get a frowny face, then we aren't going to ask you to come back. That wouldn't be good because then you can't talk about Foxy and animatronics and Foxy and animatronics and Foxy and animatronics and Foxy and animatronics.
That's my life, man. It's my life. It's like I don't care about Freddy Fazbear anymore. All right, buddy. Be quiet. Watch your thing. All right. Anyway, the guy, I think his name is Chad Oleander or something like that.
Yes.
He was arrested. I think he was just like, I don't know, driving on suspended license or might have been drunk. I don't know. That part's iffy.
The arrest was very minor. It was
minor.
Like minor.
It's called road piracy.
Right. But now it's way worse.
So he gets put in jail, and I guess he has a cellmate. I guess that happens when you get arrested. You get a cellmate.
Well, yeah. Most jail cells are double occupancy. So there's like more than one person.
Okay, so I don't know where you're going with this, but I don't think I talked to you too much about it, but I've talked to Dirt, about the fact I've really, I've watched so many of these like body cam.
Yeah, but this doesn't have anything to do with that.
Well, no,
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not taking it down a bad road or anything, but it's just funny because I have, heard the term used like road piracy, and it is enraging to watch something very minor get escalated to something major because that can land you in jail, and when you're jail, the worst thing that can possibly happen to a human can happen to you, and that can happen to you over something very minor.
This motherfucker guilty.
Well, then forget everything I just said.
No, I'm just saying. Wait till you hear this story.
So Chad is put in a cell. See, when I was arrested once, and I think I was just. Is there like a pre-jail jail? Before
there's holding cells.
A holding cell, yeah.
I guess
That's
was.
when there's no plans for them to keep you. No, you're not being booked. You're not staying overnight. They put you in a holding cell while they do the paperwork, and then they're like, "All right, come back with your court date." Yeah.
Well, that's what I was. I was in a holding cell.
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't have anybody in there with me, and and I didn't even have a toilet in there. I think it was just.
Yeah, there's a phone or something, right?
Well, there was a common area with a phone, and then there was all these like I guess cells all around, and they were just like. Cement seats in there, and it was very uncomfortable to sleep in there. They say only guilty people sleep, but I was just really fucking tired, quite honestly. But anyway, I didn't have a jail cell mate or whatever they're called, but Chad got one, and I don't know what happened, but when they came to get him in the morning, his cellmate was beaten to death, like bloody dead gone.
Well, see, hey, that still doesn't disprove my point. What if that
Well,
guy that was
yeah.
in there with Chad had just had a tail light out, and then ended up getting put?
He's got a extensive rap sheet though.
yeah,
it's
I
like
didn't- who
Chad
knew?
or the guy he killed?
No, the guy that did the killing.
Yeah,
Well,
Chad.
that's what I'm saying.
The Oleander guy.
So what if the other? I'm just trying to make my
Yeah,
point.
what if he was just in for a broken tail?
Yeah.
Like that?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
It could have been, but I don't know. Not much has been said about who he killed or why or anything like that. But you can only kind of guess that he was probably being ribbed about being on the TV show because
That could be.
those guys don't do anything, and
Or the guy on the TV show could just really like Foxy.
dude, he has great hair. He has great like dreads that for a white guy, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing dreads.
So can I link a transition to a story I have
Sure.
about this?
Yeah.
So whenever you see a story about a celebrity or getting arrested, right? Most of the time, and I would say most of the time, you go, oh yeah, like it's a celebrity you've seen. They've had struggles. They've been in trouble. Something's happened before, right? Well, this news story. Oh, that's the guy.
That's
from-
Chad. Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of has your beard.
No.
So this guy, this story that happened yesterday, a celebrity, an actor, got picked up in Los Angeles and charged with soliciting prostitution. Right?
Who hasn't?
That's not, that crime doesn't necessarily bother me too much. I'm like, we all know it happens, whatever. But the person who it was, I'm like,
Who?
that's gonna be tough to come back from.
Are we talking? It's like would be considered wholesome or
Yes,
just
very
okay.
much so.
Markets himself as wholesome.
Very much
Oh
so.
God, I hope it's Steve Harvey.
No.
No,
Paul-
what about
Steve.
Howie Mandel?
No.
Hold
No.
on, don't tell us.
But
yet.
it's.
Hold
I
on.
will say this: it's an actor
Okay,
whose
it's an actor.
face and voice have literally been part of your entire childhood. If you're a kid of the '90s,
Rick Moranis?
no,
Would.
that would be terrible.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
Savage or
Fred Savage, no.
Oh, that's a good
But
guess.
there's a connection to him. This man was the narrator of.
E.T.
No, this man was the narrator of The Wonder Years.
Oh, I can't think of his
Half
name.
of the Wet Bandits from Home Alone, Daniel Stern.
Daniel. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You know what?
Marv.
But just the way he looks, I can see that.
Yeah, but
And
he's
yet
never
again,
been. Yeah.
Yet again, guess what? Shouldn't be a crime. Fucking two
right.
consenting adults having a financial transaction over something that's free is what they can't tax it. Is why it's
Years and
fucking-
years ago, I did shows with Doug Stanhope.
I'm really
and
trying not to get political, but
Doug
it's-
Stanhope has had a bit, like the tour the dates that I was on with him. He did a bit where he goes, "Hey man, this country worships capitalism, and if I meet a girl who really needs $40 and I really need a blowjob, that's not a crime. That's capitalism, man."
Right, there's no victim.
Yeah.
There's no a crime should have to have a victim.
Right.
If it makes you feel any better, he wasn't arrested. He just got a ticket.
He got a citation
Yeah.
because it's a misdemeanor.
Well, of course, it's just about generating revenue.
I'm all about the.
Yeah.
I'm all about the Mrs. Meaners. Yeah, you like that? I like it.
But it's just funny to me because I saw that name pop up and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me."
I mean, how old is he at this point?
He's got to be mid-60s, right?
I'll be honest with you. I'm like 3 years away from a soliciting charge. If that, we'll see if I make.
68 years
We'll
old.
see if I make it.
68, yeah.
We'll see if I make it 3 years.
I'm about,
I look at this as a positive. He's 60 and his dick still works.
It's funny at this. It's so funny because I used to be like, you drive past a cop doing like a speed trap or something. You're like, oh God, I hope they don't pull me over. And don't get me wrong, there's still some of that.
Yeah.
But as I drive, I go, oh, if he pulls me over, this would be great for the show.
no, nothing needs to be that good for the show. So I appreciate your dedication, though. It's nice.
Do you guys want another one? Another quick one?
Sure.
This is a quick one.
I'm always down for a quickie.
So, today in history, right? And this is like I said, this is a fictional person, but January 11th, 1974. A out-of-control big rig whizzed off the side of the mountain, and somebody died.
Fictional?
Fictional.
This isn't Speed.
Oh man.
10 years later, she picked up a hitchhiker who she had a very intense impression on.
Eileen Warnos. Oh wait, you said fake.
No, today is the day in which Large Marge
Oh.
from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It was January 11th, 1974 that Large Marge lost her life in that big rig accident, and then her ghost picked up Pee-wee Herman in that movie.
Okay, that's creepy.
It's a weird one, but it's funny because like when you look at the plaque, in memoriam, Large Marge, look, born 1937, died January 11th, 1974. That's today.
Okay,
That's a funny one to me because like it's like it. Hey, if we can fucking celebrate the day that Marty McFly went back to the future, we can celebrate the day that Large Marge died.
So was Large Marge ever a character on the TV show, or was she just always this fictional?
Just that movie. Yeah.
Oh, just the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So she was never actually like Large Marge wasn't a character on Pee Wee Herman.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Yeah.
I like that. I like the idea of celebrating a fictional character on a fictional TV show.
But do you have it?
I think so.
Huh.
I was just way down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is getting
I'm
too
gonna do that. I'm gonna tap on your shoulder until you look at me and see what I'm want acknowledgement for, and then just look away.
Come on, Pee-wee. This is a classic movie. I love this movie.
It
You know
is
what?
so good.
I need to play Pee-wee for him. You
Oh,
love Pee-wee.
dude,
Here.
yes.
Look, it's Large Marge. You see this?
Some night.
All right, forget about it.
On
No,
this
listen.
very night,
Here we go.
10 years ago, along this same stretch of road, in a dense fog, just like this,
Dun dun.
I saw the worst accident I ever seen. There was this sound, like a garbage truck dropped off the Empire State Building. And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
That's great. Okay, that's enough of that. That's great. Beetlejuice, kind of like.
Yeah.
I
animation.
recognize
Burton.
the voice too.
Yeah.
The voice of the lady telling the story.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
You don't know who that is?
It's the lady that's like always the old drunk lady that smokes cigarettes and stuff.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
Daniel Stern. I'm sorry, wrong. Alice Nunn.
Alice Nunn.
I think
okay.
it's who I'm thinking of. Like she'd be like the lunch lady,
Yep.
you know, that like smokes cigarettes and drops the ashes in the fucking.
She's best known as Large Marge in the Pee Wee Herman movie. She died in 1988.
Oh, wow. So 4 years after the movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That maybe that's not
crazy.
That may not be who I'm thinking of then, because I think the lady that I'm talking about has been in movies in the 90s and maybe even into the 2000s.
Alice Elizabeth Nunn, born in 1927 in Jacksonville, Florida. She's a Florida girl.
Oh, wow.
What up?
Holy shit. Jacksonville.
Yep.
That's awesome because we were just talking about something last night. It was like, it's cool like hearing like Florida related stories, you know?
And she is in the, even though she died in West Hollywood, California, she's in Old Jacksonville City Cemetery.
Really?
And that's the one downtown that's supposed to be haunted. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
That is actually not who I was thinking of, but they sound the same.
Wait, who's the person you were thinking of?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I told you I don't remember anybody's name ever for some reason, and it's really damaging because I feel like I like people to feel heard. You guys know I'm a good listener. Like I like to hear people's. I like people to trauma dump on me.
Yeah.
It makes me feel a little better.
You like people to dump on
But
you.
I can't remember anybody's goddamn names.
Your fetish is you want people trauma dump on.
Yeah. Trauma dump on me.
Well, speaking of names you may or may not recognize, there is one name that was in the news yesterday. Some people might recognize it, some people might not, but Eric Von Daniken.
Yes.
Do you recognize that Bushman?
He was in Star Wars.
No,
no.
not close. I know you know Dirt.
Yes.
This is the guy that wrote the book Chariots of the Gods.
Right.
He's the first guy. I think he's the first guy who went around looking at different religions and realizing, hey, they all kind of match. And if we substitute gods for aliens and angels for aliens, everything suddenly fucking makes sense.
All of it makes sense. Yes.
How do I not know about this guy?
This
Oh,
like,
dude,
this is my religion.
He's cut from your same cloth. Yes.
Okay.
he's
Does he think we went to the moon?
I'm not sure. You
Yeah,
know what,
I don't know if that ever came up, but
I'll ask AI in a second because AI seem to know all about him. But he just died yesterday, 90 years old. He's been on the program Ancient Aliens a lot because pretty much everything that program's about, and it's been on for, 20 years now, it's all pretty much stemmed from the book that he wrote. And if you go on YouTube right now, you can. They actually, back in the 70s when he wrote this book, they made a movie for it and put it up there, and you can see the original 70s movie on YouTube right now, and it's pretty good. I mean, he goes to like Easter Island, he goes to all these places, and he matches things together. And if it wasn't for him, I'd still think aliens were fake. But I'm starting to think, there might be something out there.
okay. So here's what I like about him, and this is what my connection to him always was. I studied American history and world religion, and the claims that he made are so evident that the Bible is the greatest hits album of all the religions, where they just took all of the things that
All the
happened,
best
all
stories.
these, and they're just like, oh, that guy claimed this, well, we did it,
Yes.
and like that's what the Bible became. But his idea of the fact that like all of these things happening were tied to extraterrestrial events makes total sense, because you're like, okay, then visiting this part of the world and those people had no connection to these people. There's no way back at that time where they could have transferred information.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but they have the same story. It makes sense.
And the fact that there's pyramids all over the world.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yo, I heard something.
Bro.
No, bro. So no, I heard something the other day that I didn't, and it was like, I forget exactly what it was, but it was like, the pyramids, like Cleopatra ruled closer to the iPhone coming out
Yes.
than the building of the pyramids.
Yes.
I was like, what? Even with all the shit that I've watched, I had no idea that.
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
Also,
Bruh.
the existence of the Stegosaurus is closer to what we are right now than the Stegosaurus was to the T-Rex.
Dude.
Oh, well, yeah.
They didn't live at the same time.
The Cretaceous, Mesozoic,
Yeah.
Jurassic,
Yeah.
those periods were millions of years apart.
Yeah.
That I did know.
Yeah.
I just forgot for a minute. but I had never heard the whole, like, thinking about the fact that Cleopatra was closer to the iPhone than the building of the pyramids is fucking wild.
Yeah,
blows your
that's
mind,
yeah.
man. The pyramids are this is the thing. He thinks, Eric Von Daniken thinks that aliens helped build the pyramids and shit.
Okay.
But that's the pyramids are just human inventions, right, guys?
Who knows?
So,
I mean, and how did they do it? Like that's my question.
So here's my thing. I'll even dismiss a lot of the stuff that's like, oh, they were built on the polar axis and they're only like a half a
They're on the
degree.
ley lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'll even dismiss all that, but just being someone who's like an artisan, the idea that some of those like the pure granite sarcophaguses
They're so
like,
big.
they had to be carved inside of the rooms because they're so big. They were too big to get in the tunnels to be and the exactness of blocks fitting together and stuff. And then especially, I forget what temple it is, but there's some cathedral or temple that's like 20,000 years old that looks like it's got all the gargoyles. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, stone and chisel. And it's like,
That's
no,
not
that's
yeah.
fucking bullshit. There's no way.
They've actually found perfect holes drilled, and you can see
Right. So what I'm saying is even take away any of the theories and just myself being someone who has worked with tools, worked with stone, worked with ceramics and clay and all these different levels. And granite, I've worked with. They're not doing.
Granite?
That's not. Yeah, but that's not the way it works. Granite is a lot of little hard pieces. If you do something with a fucking hammer and chisel with granite,
It shatters, yeah.
Fucking, you're,
Yeah.
you're. And I don't care. It's like, oh well, maybe they did like so many little fucking. No.
Yeah.
That's not. That's like saying I'm gonna take a fucking brittle glass out of my fucking cabinet and I'm gonna etch my name into it with a hammer and chisel. It's just not a possibility.
What
So it's definitely aliens.
no, look. Think of how young
Glad we
America.
solved that. We solved that on the show today.
Yep.
It was definitely aliens.
I'm ready for more of this.
America's only like what 200 and something years old,
Like nothing. We're so like nubile. It's ridiculous.
and look at how many things we have.
250 years this year.
Yeah,
July 4th.
nothing.
Hold on. Think of this. July 4th, 2026.
1776. Yeah.
250 years.
Merry Christmas, America, or whatever
Happy
it is.
birthday.
Whatever. Happy birthdays.
Happy
Whatever.
birthday.
But think of all the advancements we made in 250 years. And
I'll be honest with you. I've been watching these fucking videos that he's watching. And I see now why he's obsessed with fucking Foxy. That's all he watches is fucking people making the the miniatures out of clay so they can do like stop motion photography.
it's creative stuff.
I just love the fact that Jackson agreed to be good at school for an entire week to
Just-
come on this show. And then he got here and he's like,
I'm bored
this
as
is
fuck."
boring as shit. You guys are idiots. And I don't know why I wanted this.
Okay, hold on. So I got a question. Jackson.
Put the headphones back on. Put the
Well, no,
headphones-
he can just talk. He can hear me. Jackson, now that you've been on the show, would you want to come back on the show? what, okay, wait. Why?
Why?
Because I just like it.
Okay,
He
well,
just likes it.
that's why I'm here because I just like it.
what it is? It's me. He wants to be with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's whatever. I mean,
He
like,
just wants to do what Dad's doing.
Right.
I mean, it's cute, but it's also annoying when I'm walking through the house and I think, oh wait, I forgot something in the other room, and I stop, and immediately I get his nose up in between my cheeks, and I'm like, dude, stop walking so close to me, stop following me, go play with something, go destroy something. I don't care. But anyway, let me ask you one thing real quick, Jackson. Then you can go back to watching Foxy. What the hell are you watching? Do you believe that there are aliens? There are people that live in other worlds, not on Earth. Do you believe in aliens?
No.
No. Okay. Well, he's smarter than most people.
Do
in
the
world.
ET sound.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
there we go. This is a show member. A couple more years.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe 30. All right. Well, Eric Van Daniken did die. Hold on. I'm about to fucking embarrass you, okay? I'm going to try singing, all right? You want to hear me sing?
Amazing comedic timing, this kid.
Hey, just settle down. This is something I worked on for about 15 minutes right before the
Okay.
show, so I put a lot of time into this. This is for you, Eric Von Daniken. Goodbye, Daniken. I'm really doing this. Though I never knew you at all, you had the peace of mind that aliens did it all. Oh, they crawled out of the spaceship and they probed in your butt. They sent you on the pathway and you knew inside your gut. As it seems to me, you lived your life like a candle in the stars. Never knowing what to cling to when religions came and called. And I would have liked to known you, but I'm just a drunk. Your candle burned out long before your theories will get debunked.
Oh, damn.
I love you, Eric Von Daniken. That's all I'm going to sing for you.
No.
That's all I wrote. I made 15 minutes.
I was hoping for the whole song. I was.
I can't do that to you. Look, he's about to disown me right over there. He's like, this is my phone.
Like I said, keep singing.
No. Anyway, I mean, I figured the 90-year-old man needed something, so have a fucking drunk guy sing for him for a second. All right.
Do you guys know about who Wally Wington is?
Wally Wington.
Okay.
Yes, I know who Wally Wington is.
Who's that?
He's a cartoon character on the WB.
No.
How dated am I?
No, apparently, hang on. This is somebody who's on our live stream watching right now.
Oh.
And said, what about Wally Wington? So apparently, there's somebody who has talked about.
The guy that moved the stones.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk to somebody who knows about this?
I mean, what about Wally Wington? He's a short little guy who moved lots of stones. I mean,
Okay. So, yeah. So he apparently figured this out. Hold on.
Is that the one who built the thing in Florida where you could like turn
No,
like a 40,000-pound stone with your pinky?
nope.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So this is Crystal. Crystal. So she knows. So explain what's the deal with Wally Wington and what did he figure out?
Okay, well, I'm not like that's not a huge special interest, so I'm not super aware of him himself, but I do use some of his techniques to move really big stuff when I'm working manufacturing, so I know some of it actually does work, like putting a pebble underneath shit. But basically, he went out to prove that he believes that the pyramids and Stonehenge were made by men, and that it was done with very, very basic tools. And he was able to he poured a concrete slab in his backyard. I think it was in his like late 50s when he did this, or 60s when he did this the first time. But he poured a concrete slab in his backyard and somehow managed to get a 1-ton brick basically out there. And he was able to erect basically a version of like the 2 pillars with the one on top, a version of that, literally completely on his own, 100%, just using pulleys, levers, pebbles, physics, and like spinning it and cantilevering it and putting it, like digging a hole in the ground and having the weight of it collapse itself into the hole so it stands itself.
Okay.
Balance. It's all about balance.
So let me. Okay. So 100% yes, I agree with all of that. My my qualm was with the cutting of certain materials and the shaping of certain materials and sculpting of certain materials, not the like. I totally believe that they could move all these heavy things. They're like, oh, there's no way they can move this stone from this quarry to this quarry. They only had no, they could do all that. Like I said, mine is the actual cutting of certain materials, saying that they did it with hammer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what this was spurned from, correct? Like you thought
the comment. I popped out on what was it, car piracy, and then popped back in. It was ancient Egypt, so I was kind of like.
Well, so hold on. So just so everyone is, so this is Crystal. Crystal's been a friend of mine and me and Jeff for almost 2 decades now. So Crystal worked for Ripley's, believe it or not.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And she's also sculpted wax statues for Madame Tussauds. She's done a lot of like
artistic stuff.
Okay,
well then maybe you would know. Have you worked with hard stone, soft stone, ceramics, like granite, stuff like that?
I mean, I have, but not to the capacity of what you're talking about. But what I have seen videos of is in quarries where they have very, very basic tools. They can do it. It really depends on the materials, my understanding. But you can watch videos where they'll it's a very specific system. You might have even seen it. They'll drill a small hole and put a chisel in each hole in like a line of where they want to cut. And then they just hammer. And depending on what kind of material it's made out of, it will it will kind of slice itself off into a flat piece. And it really depends on the material, but they can and do regularly get like big giant 1-ton blocks in like today in like Indonesia or whatever, just using hammer and chisels. I don't know if you mean like there's special cuts or something.
Yeah, no. I meant like getting to the level of laser precision sculpting a some of the sarcophagi, like a lot of sandpaper. What's a cube but a rectangle?
But I don't think that
trapezoid?
I don't think anything is laser precision in that. I think that's what makes it amazing is that it's not laser precision. I think it's like
I think sometimes we underestimate just how straight a line people can cut. Because I'll tell you, I mean, I'm not Picasso. I'm not, some crazy, but I'm a sculptor by trade. And there's a lot of situations where I have to take a 10-foot by 10-foot surface and make it from something lumpy to pretty much a flat plane. And not everyone can do it, but like I was actually doing it recently in front of dirt. When I did the surfboard, 12 feet, making
she's
it
working
really
on
flat.
she's working on Austin 2.0 right now.
Right.
The
now-
new
Yeah.
awesome location. Yeah.
My point is that you can take hand craftsmanship and go really freaking far with
Right.
it.
No, no,
mean,
I
Japanese are
understand.
pretty
I understand that. Have you ever taken a chisel to a piece of granite and tried to make a straight line,
But
or
okay,
a flat side?
I get you.
No, not myself.
That's what.
No.
That's where the
I've
holes.
watched- I've been very interested and watched lots of videos on it, but that's not the same thing as experience.
Yeah,
It's what-
I mean, now here's the thing I will say, and what never seems to be brought up is a lot of things, whether it be wood or stone. Like if you do a like say, okay, so I did a bathroom in like this $2 million home, and it was a 35 or 40 square foot shower pan, and they had bought pallets of 24 by 24 travertine. And they wanted the shower pan tile to be the same travertine they bought for the rest of the bathroom, but there was no, whenever you do a pitched floor, like the biggest you can go is like 3x3, even on a large thing. Yeah. And there was no such thing as this matching travertine, in 4x4 or 3x3 or anything like that. So they paid me to cut all this travertine down into teeny tiny little 3x3 squares. But even in doing that, the shower pan ended up very, there was corners sticking up as the pitch goes towards the drain. I sat in that shower pan for 3 days straight sanding. And I got it down to a perfectly smooth. So you can sand granite and stone and all this stuff. It just takes a long ass time.
Well,
so maybe it was. Here's the thing: they represented as chiseling, but maybe it was more chiseling to hog it out. But really, it came down to sanding,
Yeah.
which even in ancient times would be a super easy technology to come up with. You know what I mean? You got something that's like.
Well, here's the other thing. They actually have an obelisk that cracked, but it's still like half in the mountain and half cut out.
Right.
So they can see, like, okay, this is how they did it. And then they abandoned this one and went and did some other one. So that I don't think is like that big of a mystery.
And like I said, I definitely don't. I 100% agree with her. The whole theories of like, oh, it has to be aliens because they couldn't move stones that big. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like people can move insane shit by themselves.
I've got a question for you, Crystal. How the hell did they fucking paint in those dark tombs with no light bulbs?
Torches.
What? There's no soot. There's no nothing
You
like
wipe it off.
over
they
the
said
paint.
mirrors.
They what? They use mirrors.
Mirrors.
Oh yeah.
They would
But
put
mirrors
flames
only.
in front of mirrors and reflect it, and they could go really far with reflection and take that light pretty far down into that, and they would light it up. And apparently, a lot of it was based off of like there's certain. It's kind of like some of the paintings were almost like the cave paintings where they had multiple limbs. Those old Stone Age cave paintings where they have multiple limbs. There's some drawings, some art in Egyptian times where they have multiple limbs, and they were really confused initially by it, and then they realized that they're functioning pretty regularly in like a flickering light, and that flickering light would make the limbs, just like in the old period, it would make the limbs look like it's kind of moving. But they had pretty darn good light. Apparently, they would use they had mirrors.
Well, you gotta figure if you're out in the desert and there's not a bunch of trees, keeping light from reflecting and stuff. That you guys want me to keep it open?
No. He's going to go pee again.
Oh, okay.
So we, Crystal, we have Owen's 5-year-old son
I
is
see him
on
climbing around.
is on the show tonight because he got 5 smiley faces, and so he got to be on the show tonight, and now he keeps going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So far right now he has the flat mouth emoji going on as far as being on the show. there was some good, but now we're kind of like
his performance tonight has been a meh.
He's got a smaller bladder.
Yeah, that's.
But he did say brah.
No, so listen, I've seen Crystal work in every medium from a paint on canvas to sculpting like massive things, and everything in between.
Doing?
So no. Here's a tie into the show because this is something we talked about for a lot last year. So Crystal, what was the deal with the you were involved in the Madame Tussauds sculpture of Drake?
Drake?
Yes.
I repaired that bitch.
Okay, yeah.
I have pictures and videos of me. Well, I didn't actually. So somebody smashed him. They didn't like him, I guess. They smashed him, and it was so I've had not for nothing, but I work for Ripley's, which they actually own the Louis Tussauds.
Yeah.
Madame Tussauds owns her own thing or whatever. But there's still, some things that are connected with it, like shared information. And sometimes certain pieces might be brought back and forth or be repaired or whatever. But so with that one, yeah, somebody smashed him. They didn't like him. One of our artists stitched him back together because it's more expensive to have to like remake him, repunch. Mostly it's the hair punching. The hair punching on those suckers take freaking forever. And then what I did at the time was my hand was broken, so I didn't do the normal job that I did, which was out on the floor doing the welding and the carpentry and the sculpting and all of that. So with my broken hand, I sat there and was hair punching Drake one hair at a time on his head with a needle. And we did repair him, and then he got repainted and he got sent right back out. So he's still back out. But I have a picture.
I think
I have a picture of him with all the stitches. It looks like he's had surgery, and I have pictures literally where it looks like I'm like working on the back of his head, like it looks like surgery.
I think women hair punching Drake is how you got in trouble in the first place.
How'd you break your hand?
I fell getting out of the shower like an old lady.
No, but here's the other thing. So you've also done restoration on like really ancient shit.
Oh yeah, no, I was fixing human skulls and mummies and literally if it was broken in at Ripley's, I touched it to some capacity, which is true.
All right.
Yeah, human hairball. Yeah.
Roughly. Hold on.
That's why when she texted me, she's listening to the show. I'm like, you have to come on the show.
Yeah.
So listen, the old Ripley stuff, like literally, if it's at Ripley's, it has to be maintained, and she had a hand in that.
That's very cool because that means real quick that means you have an insane skill set if they're hiring you to work on ancient shit that's irreplaceable.
Well, okay. So roughly 2000.
No, I happen to be, but you got to understand that Ripley's, though they function as a museum, it's just a private collection from a private collection of somebody's. It's not actually like a Smithsonian where if they give you a human head and they ask you to repair it, they're probably going to have very specific standards with how to handle human remains and all this. Like Ripley's is like, hey, you've got 15 minutes of, wad of gum and here's some hot glue. Like,
You're not supposed to talk shit about yourself.
Well, some of that stuff is recreations, right? Like let's say a mask that might be hanging on the wall.
There's quite a bit of it, but there's also, a lot of it's really real. There's like, whale penis bones that are carved.
Walrus penis, yes.
They have the world's largest shrunken head collection and ever.
I thought you were just going to sum up the world's largest shrunken head, and I'm like, isn't that just a regular head?
No. Let's say
world's largest. Yeah, kind of. We have the world's largest man, and I live casted his hand.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. What's his name? Robert something, right?
Well, no, Robert Wadlow is the world's largest man who ever lived. The current holding title of it is a man named Sultan Kosin. He's from Turkey, and like I said, I got to meet him. He's really a wonderful. Out of all the, quote unquote celebrities and some actual celebrities that I've met, out of everyone I've met, he's a gem. I still have him on, I follow him on Instagram even, but. He's a world's tallest man, but he's so large that his muscles don't hold his structure very well. So he was, using mobility devices to get around. And when we live casted him, because we 3D scanned his head and his body, but we wanted to live cast his hand, just frankly, to continue to do the old thing, because this was the first time we were doing a full scan. And he lay down on the ground just to be able to, frankly, to access him. My coworker was leading the casting, and it got to a point where he was laying down on his back even, and we're casting his hand. It's getting really heavy with silicone and plaster, and it's getting so heavy he's really having kind of a hard time holding it up. And so I turned to his translator, just kind of give him the eyes and hey lady, maybe, and she's talking to someone else. So I'm trying to I don't speak Turkish, but I'm trying to gesticulate to him, just hey, is it heavy? Do you need help? And he's I don't know if he's Muslim or not, but I wasn't sure what his culture was and how they felt about women and men interacting. So I was just you want me to help? Can I hold your arm? And however it was that I got across to him, he was yes, please. So I was holding his arm while they were finishing the live cast, and the length of his forearm was the entire length of my torso.
Oh my God.
Wait, so how tall is he?
I don't know off the top of my head. I really don't remember the heights.
I'll tell you.
Owen has it.
I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah,
well, I see. So the photos you're showing
8
me.
foot 2 inches.
8 feet 2 inches.
So that's huge, but the pictures you show me were obviously with him with a smaller
small
people.
person.
Yeah, like
yeah.
the largest and the smallest.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
but I mean, we were standing on our tables to be able to measure his height.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
insane.
Like,
8 feet 2 inches.
I mean, he's only 2 foot taller than me. Not that.
Now, Chris,
only 2 feet taller than me.
Crystal, you mentioned you fix broken things at Ripley's.
How
Now-
about me?
No. Roughly, I don't know, maybe 2008, 2010, did a special mask from the St. Augustine area come through your desk to glue back together, to put back on the wall?
Not St. Augustine, from our local area, the desk mask of a particular killer, I think I had to resculpt. But I don't know about St. Augustine. I mean, maybe you'd have to tell me who the person, like what the mask was of.
I don't recall. It's just something I touched and it fell down.
I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when I broke it.
Let's go. I'll tell you something real quick. I was banned from Ripley's. I think the ban was officially lifted after like a few weeks. But back in the day when we were doing a radio broadcast, there was a guy doing like a 24-hour broadcast from Ripley's, and they asked me to come in and do like an hour of it, and they regretted that immediately. But that night we did a ghost tour of Ripley's there.
Okay. So Owen, just so you know, Crystal, Owen is a ghost hunter. Owen has been doing that for years, going in with the whole like all the tools and stuff and ghost hunting.
And so, we say ghost hunter, like I don't take it seriously. It's all bullshit. But anyway, we did this tour, and maybe there might have been some Jack Daniels involved or something. And apparently there was some girl from the group said that this mask was apparently giving her vibrations or something. So I go to investigate, and I barely touched the damn thing, and it falls off the wall and breaks. And
You shouldn't have been motorboating an ancient mask.
I know. My fault. Ripley's did get a little upset, but they said, "Hey, it was a fake. We don't worry about it. You're banned, but we'll lift it in a few weeks." And anyway, that's my story with Ripley's.
Don't touch our stuff for a bit.
I know. I shouldn't have ever touched anything. But
You said St. Augustine, though?
yeah, I wanted to find a ghost.
No, I wouldn't have known that one. There's apparently some kind of it's funny you say that, because the one here in Orlando apparently has some ghostly stories or something. I don't remember all of them. I don't pay too much with that.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Not myself. I did when I was younger, and then I guess I became atheist, and one day I was like afraid of ghosts and atheists, and I kind of like thought about that a little bit. I'm like, what am I actually afraid of? And then I just kind of decided I wasn't going to believe in them anymore, and it really hasn't been a problem for me at all.
Smart chick, man.
I mean, being afraid of ghosts is like being afraid of cell phone radio waves. It's out there, but it can't fuck with you.
I'm afraid of strawberry shortcake.
I used to believe in possession. I used to, because I'm Cuban. I come from Santeria. Like, I used to watch my family members like say they were possessed and stuff, and like do misas and their spirit guides. And while I don't mean any disrespect to any of that belief system, it's just when you
They're
grow
all
up hearing
fucking crazy.
about that. Well, when you hear, Exorcist was visceral for me. So I was afraid of being like having like a spirit in my body kind of a situation. And, once I was like, I don't think ghosts and demons are really a problem. Like I've, never really had a problem with possession since. So.
So, Crystal, you've worked on actual like dinosaur bones and shit before, right?
I have to think on that. I think the closest I came to actual dinosaur bones were maybe some like fossils. I've held a lot of stuff. I don't think there was a lot of broken stuff. I think if it's our real dinosaur stuff, it's going to be taken care of pretty well.
Yeah.
But I've repaired things that. One of the last things I repaired there was a giant mammoth toe for a fake mastodon. So it lost its toe, and I had to rebuild a toe out of nothing.
Sounds like Bushy.
Well, I was going to say, you've heard of the show This Old House? I'm actually starting a reality show called This Old Bone.
This old man.
Oh boy.
I will say this yet again. I've been sitting here watching everything that Jackson is scrolling through on YouTube here, And if your son doesn't turn out to be a furry, I'm going to be amazed. Like, I already got a thing for the whole women wearing, like, cat ears and stuff. Don't know why. Understand it's weird. Still does something for me. And there's a lot of that going on over here.
So
I got to start watching what he watched.
All of a sudden, I'm really into Odie from Garfield.
So I'll just say, my brother and I, Jeff, we've known Crystal for almost 20 years now.
I like normal.
And her art and her medium has always been like very physical. Like it doesn't matter what the art form is. I've seen her do digital animation. I've seen her do like acrylic painting on canvas. I've seen her do sculpting. I've seen her do all that stuff. And that's what's crazy about it is when you see what she does for like these art studios and like sculpting, like she sculpted the giant fucking baseball glove that was on display for the Little League World Series.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah. And that's like sculpted out of, and here's the crazy thing. Sculpt the entire thing out of styrofoam and then coat it and finish it and make it look like a big ass, baseball glove.
Hold up, before you go on.
Yeah.
How satisfying is it to cut styrofoam?
Amazing. That's why I love it. I love it. I can't love the feel.
So people don't realize a lot of faux stonework is just fucking styrofoam that's cut and shaped. Yeah, and they spray the stucco onto it. I love every moment of sculpting styrofoam is like the greatest thing ever. I don't know what it is.
But when you cut it, it makes so much of a mess.
Yeah, but it cuts so easy. It cuts so easy, and you can like make it into whatever you want.
All right.
So the thing that the project she's working on right now for Austin 2.0. All the listeners, you remember April, we did our broadcast at Austin Coffee and Film.
Yeah.
That location closed. There's a new location. We talked about in the show. Preacher Lawson helped keep the place open. They're moving to so Crystal was gifted a surfboard and then decided to turn that surfboard into a bar top. And so,
cool. And
so the thing is, surfboards are curved. So she had to styrofoam coat that surfboard to make it flat on top. And so that's the part she was talking about where I watched her like plane this styrofoam flat. And that's the thing is like the cutting of the styrofoam part is the coolest part.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like it's super aggressive. There's not a whole lot of restriction. It's styrofoam. But man, when you get a smooth cut on the styrofoam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's the opposite of hard to cut. It's so fucking like satisfying because it's just like if you got a good steady hand, you really feel like a boss when you make like a perfectly good straight cut in styrofoam. It's like it makes that nice little.
Oh, she does it all freehand.
Yes. Yeah. No, you can use hot tools, but I just use a box cut. Like my box cutter is my life. Like the way people use scalpels and shit in there. They'll come over with a scalpel. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I'm good. I got these basic bitch shit, but I'll make some really, really cool stuff with it.
So you're Puerto Rican too?
No, I'm Cuban.
She's Cuban.
Well, close. Yeah.
No.
No, I mean, they both like their cutlery.
There you go.
Right. Man. So, Crystal, thank you for taking our phone call tonight.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's like of all the things we were talking about with the ancient aliens and all that stuff.
It was ancient aliens, sculpting, and car piracy, whatever.
Do you believe Crystal in aliens?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm atheist, but I'm not. Yeah, no, I there's no way we're the only life forms out here. I don't think they're probing us in the butt every day. I just think that they're just,
once a week.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, it might be like, I don't know, but I don't think that's really the whole deal. Like, you fold time and space to get to another planet and you stick a probe up something. I think they have smarter ways of figuring that out.
Listen. Either aliens are real or Craig is not an alien name.
Shh, don't tell Bushy that I show up there once a week in an outfit.
Craig?
Anyway, all right. You have a good night, Crystal. We appreciate your time. You're one of the smartest people we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
That's a pretty low bar, but all right.
Oh,
Don't we know it?
how dare you?
We take pride in setting the bar lower each week.
Yeah.
All right, have a good night.
You
All
too.
right, you have a good night.
She got out of here. All right. All right. One last thing before we take another break, and I might have to bail.
He's fine. He's fine.
He's gonna be fine. We're
Don't,
gonna
don't
do
you-
it.
yeah. Me and Dirt don't care. So if you leave, you just don't want to be here.
It's after 7. I promised I'd get home by 8 o'clock because he has
Okay.
school in the
Wait,
morning.
wait. Hold up. Jackson, do you care if you leave after the next segment, or would you like to stay for the last segment? See, there we go.
I know he would
It's
like to
7.
stay
Okay.
for the last
So
segment,
listen,
but he has
let's
school.
We let 5-year-olds run shit
Let's
around
take a
here.
quick.
okay?
Let's take
hold
a
on.
quick 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and do the last part. Right.
Well, I don't have much, only one thing for the last
Okay.
segment. Excuse me. Sorry, that was horrible. That
Yeah.
tasted disgusting.
We can do a short one.
All right,
I'll talk
fine.
about the fallout.
We'll
you
do
know.
a short one like this one, guy. Over here. You got to be quiet for one more segment. Is that cool? Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
He's going to do
Do
it.
the ET noise. Okay, see, there we go.
I don't know if people. Can
I
hear
like
that,
this.
but-
You got to bring him every show.
Nope, not happening. I mean,
You got to get more. You got to get more smiley faces. Yeah, see, that's our show.
what?
He said in the butt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is Brittany still listening, or did she go to sleep?
I don't think so.
All right, she went to sleep. All right, good. She doesn't need to hear this stuff. This guy's out of control.
I say turn his mic on. I'm just saying.
When I get home, I'm giving him some nighttime gummies, and you're going to fucking sleep. I love him. I love him. I love him. I have to tell myself that daily. All right.
All right, what do we got?
You want me to do this one thing real quick, and then
No, fuck it. Leave the last thing for the last
Yeah,
break.
yeah, save it.
All right, here we go.
Thank
All
you-
right.
Thank you for hanging in
We're
there.
taking a
everybody.
break. No, I'm. This is dope.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
been a fun
This is Derek Lynn Plastic with Walk the Dead.
How did plastic get in my cup?
You're listening to Punk Culture Radio, and we will be right back.
Burning rain, a song to stay, a shattered window singing I've seen everything. A burning rain, a song to sing, a shattered window singing I've seen everything. A burning rain came through my window as it crashed to the ground, making all kinds of sounds. And me, I'm never going to see the spaces in between. Just go back home, get back on the
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. We have an empty chair.
It is empty.
Jackson is.
He went to go get his drink, and then he ran out there with the dog. So I don't know.
He's exploring. Him and Merle are out there exploring.
I was about to say, is this a good thing? I feel like
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm unaware.
Now Merle's barking.
Hold on. I'll be back.
Hold on.
I love it. I love the chaos. and I don't know why. In any aspect of my life other than the show, I want everything to be predictable and boring and you know what I mean? Like I like nothing unforeseen coming at me. I just like things as chilled, as boring as possible. As soon as you put this mic in front of me, I'm like all the chaos all the time. Say all the things that I wouldn't dare say if I didn't have a mic in front of me. Which makes
God.
which makes no sense, right? You would think if you put a mic in front of somebody and what's that? Is that the Kim?
Crystal.
Okay, is that the Kim K one she's working on? Okay, it just looks like she's a oh my god, the girls do nails and hair. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Why
yeah.
can I not think of the fucking name?
No, we just the guest we just talked to just sent me a picture of her and they scanned Kim Kardashian for her Madame Tussauds, I guess you say.
Yeah, the wax statue.
Wax
display.
statue. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have her on the show at some point where she tells the whole story about all that shit. But yeah.
All right, we're settling back in here, guys.
Settling back in.
Yeah. Just take a breath. Okay, we got two hats Owen in the studio, ready to rock and roll.
I tell the motherfucker, don't bring your Legos with you. Don't bring your Legos with you. Don't bring your. Guess he brings his Legos with him. And guess what? There's always a problem where he ends up crying. Hey, I'm sorry. The dog got your Legos. The dog chewed on some Legos. You have a box full of them at home. Not sympathetic. I told you to leave them at home, right? All right.
Yeah, but how can you talk about Foxy if you don't have the Foxy Legos with you?
I love him. And remember, Owen, you love him.
You know what's really gonna be fucked up is when they come out with Five Nights at Freddy's
Legos?
Lego sets, and then you got to deal with that.
Hush your lip. Jackson,
It's like, quiet, Satan.
Jackson, did we learn anything? No. Okay. At least he's honest. Anyway, there's one other. I mean, because it's a happy show, we're going to talk about death some more.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
There was one other death that happened.
Yes.
The Grateful Dead is totally dead.
Yeah. They're done now.
I mean, they actually live up to their name now. So
Bob Weir. And here's the thing. Bob Weir is the one guy that was like, when Jerry Garcia passed away, and that was like 95,
yeah,
they continued. When Jerry Garcia died, they considered the Grateful Dead done.
Yeah.
But then they continued on. Bob Weir did a couple of other bands. I think Rat Dog was the main one that he did. But then they came back together with Dead Incorporated in like 2015, I'm going to say, with John Mayer coming in and playing the Jerry Garcia parts, and they continued on for a while. But Bob Weir is kind of like, I know a lot of people gravitated towards Jerry Garcia because he's,
he has ice cream.
Yeah. But Bob Weir was like the heart and soul of Grateful Dead.
78 he died.
78, yeah. And also, like, look at the pictures of Bob Weir at 78 and go, I hope I look that cool at 78.
Oh, wow, yeah.
See the pictures of him, though? He still looks like the dude that, like, if you walked into a bar and you saw that guy in the bar, you go, I want to know your story.
I'll be honest with you. Anybody who's over 20 who can wear a wristband and look cool. I didn't even see
Look,
a picture.
have you seen a picture? Look.
Oh yeah, he looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
He looks like he just robbed a train.
He looks like he could curve a bullet.
Have you ever heard? It's hard for us to play any music on this show because
I'll just go,
YouTube
blah,
shuts
blah,
us down.
blah.
But Bob Weir. The one thing I will say that I guess you'd say, I don't know. I never heard a song in pop music, and I'll just say, tons of people listen going, the Grateful Dead wasn't pop. If it charted on the pop charts, it was pop music. Janis Joplin was pop. The Doors were pop. Jimi Hendrix was pop. Pantera, Mouth for War, charted on the pop charts. That's a pop song. Pop's not a genre. It's not a genre of music. But the Grateful Dead were the first band I ever heard mention cocaine in a pop song. In the song Davy Jones, they actually they reference being on cocaine.
Oddly, second and third mention The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah. But it's funny that like he was just one of those guys that hold on, I'm gonna pull up the shorts and I'm gonna find a short here of Bob Weir. He was very I don't know how would you say, he was very
Weird.
Very weird, but he was very like open about the whole idea that like he was not going to be around, very long. And hang on, let me play this. It's 54 seconds.
You know who the first band to mention cocaine use in their song was?
Who is that?
Black Sabbath.
Really?
Black Sabbath. Snowblind.
Okay, that was after this.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Davy Jones' Locker, the fucking hook of it, 1967 was, riding that train, high on cocaine. Davy Jones, you know you better watch your speed. Yeah, that was.
Well, then fucking the internet's wrong. It says the first band to mention cocaine in their song is Black Sabbath with their song Snowblind, which is considered one of the greatest odes to cocaine in rock and roll.
No, it is one of the greatest odes. I'll
Yeah.
give them that. But so this is a clip of Bob Weir talking about what's to come for him, and I think this is great. Like, and listen, and you look at this guy, you look at him in visually, and you go, yeah, this guy,
He's got it.
he's seen everything, and he's pretty confident in himself.
He's definitely ridden
Watch
to try
this.
and hide
It's through
cocaine.
play that children really explore and
Of course, there's a fucking ad. Star Child Academy. I'm sorry I give you a shout out. Here we
I
go.
mean, come
All
on. On the list of sponsors, I feel like Star Child Academy could be our go-to.
At least
Well,
today.
maybe today, yeah. So here we go. So look at this guy, and tell me that guy's face doesn't look like the face of a guy where you're like, yeah, that guy's seen everything.
If you asked me what Doc Holliday looked like, I'd draw this man.
Yeah.
It looks like he's angry about diabetes.
And also, but here's the thing. Also, one of the most gentle, kind people ever. Like, listen to this.
You know, it started for me on a New Year's Eve between 1963 and 64. I was wandering the back streets of Palo Alto with a couple of friends, and we heard banjo music coming out from behind the music store that we used to frequent. We were folkies at the time. I had just turned 16, and we just knocked on the door, and Jerry came in. We knew it was Jerry. Everybody knew that he was the banjo teacher there.
Jerry Garcia.
Yeah, Jerry Garcia, and guitar teacher as well. And we just sort of invited ourselves in. He asked us if we played instruments, and we, sure. Well, I got the keys to the front. Let's go break out some instruments and kick some stuff around. And we did, and we had that evening so much fun that we decided we couldn't just walk away from it. Might as well just make a little band out of it, which we did. A jug band. Jug band music was popular back then. This was what Jerry used to call the folk scare days. And jug band music was, it happened on all the riverboat stops from New Orleans up to, say, Cincinnati, Memphis,
Think
St.
about
Louis.
this time of
all
life he's living in.
The Mississippi and Ohio rivers. And the jug band musicians were the same musicians that were the minstrel musicians on the riverboats. It was the same music and stuff like that, but when they were on dry land, it was a little more, they played in the dark towns on the street corners. It was a little more bluesy, a little less showmanship, a little less shtick, if you will.
But you know about an old-fashioned jug band now, one that, say, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn would have recognized in their time.
Yeah, that's the music we were playing. That music went on to become what we call funk music now. Music comes from all the same places, all the same cities. Big hotbed of funk music in Cincinnati, for instance. But you get it in New Orleans, you get it in Memphis, you get it in St. Louis. And it's the same scales, same rhythms, basically. The biggest difference is electric instruments and the hi-hats.
So you start this jug band with Jerry Garcia after the fortuitous New Year's Eve meeting. What was that band called?
It was called, the band was called Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions. It took us a little while to paste all that together. And we did well. We did well for a year or so. At the age of 16, I was making pretty good money for a 16-year-old. There was a little tension at home because I maybe have been somewhat neglecting my studies and stuff like that. And I grew up under the shadow of Hoover Tower. My folks had Stanford in mind for me, not itinerant troubadour. My folks could clearly see that I was really following my bliss. And they were, I was sort of headstrong. And so, experience had taught them that they would want to be delicate about trying to shift my course, and they never really did manage to shift my course. I'm off into music. So anyway, the jug band did well for about a year, And toward the end of that
This is
year,
way longer
the
than I
Beatles
thought
had.
it
So I was going to say
They
that's
came
the
out right
longest
about the
56
time they hit
seconds
the
ever.
airwaves in America, right about
So
the time
I will
they're being
say this,
successful
man.
as they
I'll say
were.
this.
I don't know what
I didn't think I was going to get emotional about it, but hearing him talking, like, it made me emotional. I'm like, it's. So here's the thing. I'm not a Grateful Dead fan. I'm not one of those people that would go like, oh, Grateful Dead, and like that's, you know. But what they meant to music and like hearing these guys talk about it, like they were like the last bastion of guys who were hippies in San Francisco on the coast there that created this band, and they're the reason why Dave Matthews Band is a thing.
Really?
They're the reason why Fish is a thing. They created that whole jam band sound, you know?
Well, he said the statement, you know, I followed my bliss. And oddly enough, that's like the third or fourth time in a week I've heard like follow your joy, follow your passion, follow
what
your
makes you
bliss.
happy.
And right, and it's not like I've never heard, you know, do what makes you happy before, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something going on with this podcast, and we're like right there. And I'll be honest with you, the whole follow your bliss, I wouldn't even have known what that was until I started doing this podcast. Like I didn't have a bliss before. I didn't know how awesome. I was gonna say I almost don't know how awesome having, you know, fun with your buddies could feel, but I've had buddies and but I don't know. I enjoy this show on like a different level than anything else I've ever done. So hopefully
That's cool.
This counts as following my bliss, and
You come in here every day or every week, and we appreciate it, and you are following it, and your bliss makes my bliss happen.
awesome.
So I want to play this, whether
You
it
wanna
gets
touch my bliss?
whether it becomes a problem for us.
Let's
on,
rub our blisses together.
YouTube, fucking crazy the way they like flag us for shit. But I want to play this, whether it gets us flagged or not. Whatever. We're in the
Flag
last
us.
segment. So here's what's cool to me is I know as a kid, my parents' record collection was my iPod, right? And so my dad had some Grateful Dead records, and here's the thing I will say: if you play an instrument and you've ever had a goal for mastering an instrument, you know who the Grateful Dead are. I'm not saying that like they had the greatest pop songs and all that, but they had pop songs. Pop song is a song that charts. So Davy Jones was a great pop song. Well, the thing that was so crazy about the Grateful Dead was in 1988 they charted again, and it was like they were just doing a reunion. Or it wasn't even a reunion. They never stopped. They were still doing, and they released this song called "Touch of Grey," and it was about them. They were talking about how they're old now, but they like were making fun of the fact that they were old, and they released this song. And when I play this song, I know you've heard it before, and it's so good that I'm like, when people go, "Oh, they were a jam band," they were a jam band, but they were a jam band that wrote great fucking songs. When you hear this, the whole video, they have skeletons playing them in the video, and it's skeletons on the screen, and you're like, oh, that's supposed to be Jerry Garcia, but it's a skeleton that looks like Jerry Garcia. And the whole point was they were making a joke about the point, about the fact that they were so old, but keeping in mind, this was only 20 years after their first album.
There's no way your bladder's that small.
This was only 20 years. So 25 years after their first record. And then they're making the joke about how old they are.
I hear cowbell.
But they're making a joke about how old they are. And look at the video. Like,
Must be getting early. Clocks are running late. Paint by number morning sky. Looks so phony. Dawn is breaking.
that's Jerry Garcia singing lead.
Candle curse the glare.
See, it's all skeletons?
Curtains, I don't care, 'cause it's
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I will get by. I will get
That's pretty fucking rad. I love a good skeleton gag.
But like that was that big hit in '88 for them, and it was like when that hit the charts, and people were like, the Grateful Dead after 20 years have another hit on the charts.
Hey, a good song's a good song, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you only got one.
Here's the thing I want to point out. So they say 20 years.
You're echoing.
I like it. He sounds like he's
20
announcing.
years. It's like, oh, after 20 years they have another hit, and like we look at that and go, oh, after 20 years that's not that big of a deal, right? So I looked into it. So Pearl Jam has not had a hit 20 years since the first run.
Wow.
So you
Pearl
think about
Jam.
the first run of Pearl Jam, right?
Yeah.
And Pearl Jam still to this day one of the biggest bands in the world, right? Pearl Jam debuted in 1990. 20 years following, they still have not had another song that hit the pop charts. There are so many bands that we are still fans of and that we appreciate that have not done what those guys did and have another song chart 20 years after the fact.
I mean, I can't.
There's been plenty of bands who had songs that are like old songs that have charted again because of popular media or because a movie put their song out. But there's not been another band that I can think of that 20 years after they had a new song that charted.
Right. No, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Metallica, but that's rock. That's not pop, you know?
Yeah,
And
well-
I'm just thinking more number one.
Aerosmith. I don't know.
Did Aerosmith?
No, they haven't had anything like new.
Well, and would would Aerosmith be pop? So you said I actually wanted to delve into this. You said pop is not a genre of music.
It's not a genre.
So pop
This is
just
popular
means
music.
popular. Like what made it to be popular at that point in time?
Yep.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
No. Pop is an abbreviation for the pop charts.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, but
it's
okay,
so-
but hold
so-
on.
What's popular?
But what does pop chart mean then?
Popular chart.
Popular. Right?
Billboard music. The Billboard music pop charts are the charts that everyone lives and dies by.
But it can be
But
country.
but pop is short for popular, right?
Popular.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the genre is.
Okay.
If Blake Shelton,
I never
country
knew
artist,
that.
is yeah. So pop has nothing to do with the
Because
genre.
I always just said that I like 80s pop, but that just means what music was popular in the 80s.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't. I learned something new every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I did not know that pop
music.
I didn't know that pop wasn't a genre of music. I
Yeah.
thought it was just what was clean and popular, but usually what hits pop charts is more like clean, happy, go lucky shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stuff you
yeah.
can play for anybody.
But for instance, here's what's crazy. So we talked about it on the show a little bit, I think. My niece and nephew are like big into music now, and they ask for record players for Christmas. And so my niece asked for records from this artist called Leve from Iceland. And I was like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, but it's my niece. She wants these records. So I went online. I found her first album on vinyl, and I bought that for her. And so
cute.
Christmas morning, my niece was so happy she got that record. Well, I dove into this artist. She's an Icelandic singer, and her dude.
I dive
Look,
into her
and
too.
what is she holding right there? She's holding a fucking Gibson L5. And I'm like, when I saw the video, I went on YouTube and I go, oh shit, this is not what I signed up for.
She could hold my Gibson L6.
Dude, she is a straight up like Billie Holiday reincarnation. Like,
Oh, wow.
It's amazing stuff. And I would not know who that artist was if it wasn't for my niece asking for that record.
How old is she before we make any more jokes?
She's like 22.
Okay, we're
Okay,
cool.
all right.
My nephew likes old jazz, like Miles Davis and John Coltrane and that stuff. So I'm like, that's cool to me. Like, that's the music they're into. And it was cool to me, like, seeing, like, what kids are into. And I know they're
She's
not.
26.
She's 26.
Even
I know
better.
they're
Young
not.
lady.
I know they're not. They're not the kids. Like, they're not. I'm not saying they're like the commonplace. But here's the thing. I'm gonna play one real fast because LeVay, she has a song that I was watching her live from the Whiskey in L.A.
Yeah.
And she has a song called Mr. Eclectic. And here's the thing. This song sounds like every big band song you've heard before, but listen to the lyrics of it because she's talking very unkindly about a man that she was in a relationship with.
When people sing her songs, it's called a LaFay cover.
Listen to this shit. This is the shit my niece is into.
I was trying to think of a parents killing joke, but
You think you're so poetic.
oh yeah,
yeah,
fuck
man.
yeah,
Is that dope? What?
that's great.
An ancient prose.
Listen what she's saying.
Truth be told, you're quite pathetic, Mr. Eclectic, Allen Poe.
It makes me want to ride an elevator in a suit.
Did you ever stop and give a wonder to just who you were talking to? The very expert on the foolish things that men have said to and when me. Oh,
Dude, she's smart, too. I'm reading about her.
I want to drink out of a coconut right now.
You think you're so interesting.
No, that's fire.
Like, you think you're so interesting. Yeah, that's the shit that my niece is like, dude. I'm like, that
Excellent.
is fucking awesome.
You know, earlier when you were playing that Large Marge thing, I was
Yeah.
thinking, like, there's such a lack of mood. I
Mood
don't even know
music?
if mood music, but mood sound effects or mood sound crafting. You know what I mean? Maybe mood music, but it's just there's just a lack of that anymore. You go back and you watch, old westerns and stuff, and there's that.
Oh, yeah.
like with everything that's happening, there's like a feeling generated from some strings or
Sergio
a harp
Leone.
or and we really are missing that in like the media of today a lot.
Yeah. No, I could see that.
Yes. Excellent.
So when
Yeah,
we're talking about Fallout.
I mean, we got a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Second
right.
season of Fallout. What did you got?
So I told you guys I went into the first season of Fallout extremely worried. It's top 3 favorite video game storylines, universe, if you will, of all time. Games that, every 5 years they come out with another one, and it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And there's a universe that's been created. And so the first season, I was really worried that they were going to screw that up, and they knocked it out the park. Of course, now we're going on to a second season, and there's whole new worries that they're, not going to address certain things or places or people or, they're going to soften up the violence when it's an extremely gory game, stuff like that. I don't think season 2 is done yet. There's only 4 episodes. I think it's one of those shows they now release every week.
Once
or
a
some
week, yeah.
shit.
That's annoying.
So I watched 4 episodes. Not only is it as good as the first season, I would say it's slightly better, maybe based on fan service. I don't know if I can be. It's hard to be objective when I'm such a fan of the
game,
the IP itself. But I think that it is even slightly like if the first season was like 8.59, this is like a 9.5. Tons of fan service, tons of really cool. Yeah.
She's just cute.
Well, and her part in the fucking game is so good, or in the movie show. Oh my God. Anyway, long story short. Fallout Season 2, as it stands right now, is fucking hitting amazingly. Fucking awesome. Great acting, great writing, great fan service. I will say this. The first 8 minutes of the second episode of the second season is, in my opinion, possibly some of the greatest first 10 minutes of a TV show ever.
Yeah.
Mainly having nothing to do with Fallout itself. So what can make a show great is, or any movie or book or anything, is they make you care about characters, right? If you're not invested in
Character
the
development.
right? If you're
Right.
But how many things, book, movie, etc., have you ever watched that made you feel something for a character within like 5 minutes? You know what I mean? That's rare. That's rare to pull that off. And I don't want to say too much or spoil anything, but like I said, first fucking 8 to 10 minutes of the second episode of the second season, holy shit. I even paused it to just see how long it had been. You know what I mean? And I was like, fucking 8 minutes and 6 seconds, and I care about these fucking characters. That's wild, to pull that off.
Yeah.
And it might be just me. But yes, I totally recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the game. Even if you're not a fan of the game, I think it's excellent writing, acting. And as a matter of fact, like I was talking to that mortgage guy, Don, people who don't know anything about the game might even enjoy it, equally or more in their own way, because they don't know what to expect. They don't know what is upcoming or what they haven't seen yet that they're hoping, is
and you
put
as a
into the
gamer
show.
know where the story goes.
Yeah, I'm like waiting for certain things, aspects to be utilized, and it's like when it comes up, it's like but I also understand that these things are things that if you didn't even know was coming, you're going to be like, holy fuck, I didn't see that coming from this route of the story.
That's me. And I got through like half of the first season, and then I got busy. I'm going to have to go back and watch that first season again, then the second season. And, the one character, the sheriff or whatever, with the nose.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins,
Yeah, I love that character.
He's
That's
so
fucking
awesome. Him as an actor, everything he's in.
And
He's
here's
great.
the thing, I will say this. That character is so cool, it almost doesn't matter who, I would say it almost doesn't matter who would play that character, because no matter who plays that character, it's just a cool fucking, part.
Yeah.
He makes it cooler. Yeah, he really does. Like I even was sitting there trying to think, like, who else could pull this off like this, and I really couldn't.
I
think
saw
anybody.
I saw a mini just commented Ghouls for Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, shout out to Minnie. Minnie did that shit. He opened for
Mick Foley.
For Mick Foley, and I saw the picture. I shared it with the group, Minnie, because now you're listening. I shared that picture with you and Mick Foley with the group. And you just give you your fucking flowers, man. You did that shit.
Yeah,
you finally, he had that, and also, and from what I understand, his set opening for Mick Foley killed because he did all wrestling content.
Awesome.
He created an entire wrestling set to open for Mick Foley.
Smart move, my man.
And his comment to me, he said, people say don't meet your heroes. Well, sometimes those people don't know what they're talking about, because he met Mick Foley, and he said Mick Foley was glorious.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So, but what I was going to say is, speaking on all of that, there's a series that I watched this week. It's 4 episodes on Hulu. I don't know how I missed this, but it's a series called The Fox Hollow Murders. It happened in the early 90s, and it was about a rich guy who had this like sprawling estate in Indiana and had a habit of picking up gay men on the strip in Indianapolis and taking them back to his house, and then they disappeared. And then 60 people later, they're like, where'd all these people go? And they find out it was the rich guy in town that was doing it.
Who the fuck it?
Yeah. So, but I will tell you this. The series is so good because there are people who are still alive.
Did he own a tiger?
No.
Not as cool.
But he had an indoor pool, and his entire indoor pool and the indoor bar around his pool, mannequins everywhere. It's very creepy.
That's not creepy.
It's
at all,
very
yeah.
creepy. And I'm like, if someone invites you back to their house and they're like, come hang out at my house, have a couple drinks, and you walk in and there's mannequins everywhere, leave.
Same thing if it's Danikins everywhere.
Eric Von Daniken.
Leave at that point. Oh, wait. Minnie said, thank you, man. It was amazing. Literally all wrestling jokes. He was everything I wanted him to be. Like, that's fucking
Excellent.
great. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
yeah.
All right, guys, it's getting close to the time where I might have to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Before we go, I have something new that I'm going to try to do to get around this.
Are you going to sing us again?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I only want to hurt you guys once a show, not twice a show.
Hurt me, Daddy.
This new thing I'm doing, I'm going to play songs, but not the copyright songs. I used AI to change the songs a little bit. Like,
Okay.
here's an example. This is my favorite song from the Grateful Dead, since we were just talking about them. I sent it through AI. Let's see if you can figure out which song it is. And you might not even know the original. For some reason, AI likes to put everything that I do country.
That's so weird. I wonder why.
And some of these songs in their original form kind of sound country.
I lit out for Reno. I was trailed by 20 hounds.
You recognize
Didn't
this?
get to sleep that
Yeah.
night till the morning came around. Set out running, but I take my time.
You know the song?
Friend of the devil is a
Casey
friend
Jones.
of
No,
mine.
Friend of the Devil.
If I
Oh,
get
really?
home before daylight,
Wasn't Casey Jones in the Ninja
I
Turtles?
just
Yes,
might
yes.
get some sleep tonight.
Anyway, Friend of the
Wait,
Devil.
so the Grateful Dead wrote a song about the Ninja Turtles
No.
hockey player?
I spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Set out
All right, this is way
running,
too
but I
country.
take
Good job, AI,
yeah.
for getting way
Yeah.
country. But Friend of the Devil, which is an excellent fucking song.
Oh yeah.
There's one guy that I wish would have sang it, but I guess he's retired now. Jeff Howell.
Oh,
I've
yes.
told him a million
Yeah.
times, like, that song with your voice, I mean, it would make me cream. So
Whoa.
he never
That's
did
why
it.
you didn't write it.
maybe that's why. But all
Like,
right,
I have no intention of making Owen cream, so why would I do this song?
all right. Let's do this real quick so I can take the little boy home. So you guys at school tomorrow.
Yeah, Brittany just commented, tell Owen it's 8 p.m.
I know.
But she sent that, and it says 7:50 p.m., so
Yeah,
you're wrong.
she
You're
says
10
it's
minutes
getting
off.
close.
Yeah.
All right, 2 songs real quick. Not a lot happened today in pop culture history, so I'm just going
The
to
Large Marge dying.
Large Marge died, and plus in 1958, this song hit number 1. I only think that you might get it just because you know music, but
I was like 58?
1958, long time ago, like almost 75 years
But
ago.
it's also like the core of what makes rock and roll rock and roll.
But it's 58.
This hit number 1.
It could be the core of a Tootsie Pop. I wouldn't know what it was in 58.
It stayed number 1 for over a month. Again, this is not the original song. AI regenerate.
Well, you can rock it, you can roll it, do the stomp and even strum it at the hop.
The Hop by Chubby Checker?
When the record starts spinning, you
Danny
can
and the
lift when
Juniors.
you're chicken
Okay, I
at
didn't
the
know.
hop.
I got the song, though.
At the hop. Yep, you're right.
Do
At
they
the
have
hop?
Well, listen to this for a
sensations that are
second.
sweeping the nation at the hop. Let's go to the hop.
You know what's gross? You release this right now, it's a hit.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
It's
yeah.
that fucking country rap, like, pop bullshit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to make a record of this bullshit.
We'll go.
And I'll be a star.
You can groove it, you can really start to move it at the hop.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead and upload this.
Yeah.
I'll make $50 off this. Why not, right?
Why not?
I'm telling you, this would be huge right now if this came out.
Can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go to the hop.
This makes
Yeah.
me want pancakes.
Huh.
There's already line dances being made to this.
All right. So yes, the
Okay.
At the Hop was number 1 for over a month in 1958. So
Okay.
I mean, and we're gonna bring it back and make it
I was
number
thinking
1 again.
Twist, not Hop.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That. All right. This one, the last song for the night, hit number 1 and stayed number 1 for I don't know about a week. So it's not that impressive. But
What year?
2020.
1912.
2020.
2020, okay.
So not that long ago. So more modern. Tell you, the song in 2020 with what was going on would make me cry a lot.
We couldn't turn around till we were upside down. I'll be the bad guy now.
How'd you get to Rihanna to make a song for you?
You recognize it at all, though?
No. Just Juice WRLD?
I was thinking Juice WRLD too.
We do this every time.
Post Malone, Circles.
Oh.
Listen to the next part.
Oh, shit.
I like the country version better. AI knows me. Anyway, that is Post Malone, Circles. It was hit number one 5 years ago today.
Wow.
So anyway,
That's awesome.
And these, if you want some of these AI versions of popular songs, be checking out Spotify or some shit. We'll figure out how to make money off you in one way or another. What? Did I say that out loud? I don't know.
My Venmo is deep. No, I'm just you know, you guys laugh. That shit go like a lot of the top people I see at the very end of the thing. They're like, "This person's Venmo. This person's Venmo."
Do you have a Venmo?
Yeah.
What's your Venmo?
Send me money.
What's your Venmo?
I can't do that. I'd feel weird about it.
Just tell me
no,
what it is.
No, I'm not doing that.
I think it's bushymanrubbit at Venmo.com.
Don't send money to Bushyman. at Venmo.
I don't even. Dude, I'm so old, I don't even know how Venmo works. I've seen it on my phone.
It definitely works. That's how I get paid from all my handyman stuff now.
All right.
You charge for handies?
Although it just says candy for some reason every time.
All right.
So here we go. We're going to end the show with this is I Know Alphabet Goodbye Punching Contest. You've been listening to Pop Culture Radio. We will see you again next week. Sans Jackson. Jackson,
did you have fun?
Did you ever done your first time on the show?
Okay, there we go. E.T. noise.
All right.
Wait,
Okay.
E.T. voice? Hold on.
E.T. noise. That was my favorite part of the show.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Owen and Dirt's Radio has been a weird Florida production. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform.